because you are you have to be like, I'm a open water diver, but as soon as you put that on, you are extremely weighted, so you've got to be really good with your buoyancy. So if there's any problems with your tank, I heard a horror story about a guy in the mesh thing, goes in and his BC is not connected to his tank, so he drops in and all of a sudden starts sinking like a rock, and there's no air going into his system, so he can't breathe, and he's just sinking like a stone. So
what happened to him?
He dropped tank and had to kick up. And he dropped. I mean, we went down like fucking 40 feet because you're heavy as shit. Because I wanted to wear one of those things the last time we went diving, and they're like, no, you have no competency in that suit.
That's a real heavy suit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Will it actually stop a shark from biting?
Yeah, 100%.
That's a good video.
Chip, you didn't use a cage when you went swimming?
Cages are for pussies. I was fucking right in there. I rode 2 sharks.
You rode them?
On their backs.
Animals are fascinating, dude. We went to a safari with lions, and we were like 10 feet from a lion. Open air thing in Tanzania, and you're looking at it just like a house cat. You know how cats will look at you and all of a sudden they'll like kind of give you a weird look. You're like, oh fuck, this one's about to run.
Yeah, exactly.
The animals are always sketchy.
There's so many fucking sharks in the water.
I know, right?
It's terrifying.
It is filled with fucking sharks.
I had no idea there were that many sharks just right under boats.
Oh yeah,
they're right there.
Oh.
Like, the cage isn't underwater.
Wait till you see
underwater.
Wait till you see the great white footage. There are literally at any time 4 great whites in the water, all 12 feet long. It is. I mean, I just sat out there. You can see the video on my Instagram of the shark of us in the shark cage with the shark, and it's fucking massive. I mean, these sharks are the size of arguably of like trucks.
But they attract the sharks for the purpose of you diving with them.
But in South Africa, to know that there are 4 great whites just off the coast at any time is like. You're never going to see that. I saw a great white. I was out of the cage with a great white right off Catalina for like Hurt Bert, my old show. I had to be a wildlife photographer for great white sharks out of the cage, and one showed up, and that thing moved with such fucking intention that literally you realized, oh, there's nothing I could have done to stop this. If it wanted to eat me, I could not halt that. And so I just fucking got out of the water. I was like, fuck this.
I'm done.
Yeah, they're making cheeseburgers.
Tap it out. Very good. So what show are you doing these days?
I got Trip Flip on Travel Channel.
Trip Flip, okay.
Yes, there in like June, and then we're redoing Bert the Conqueror this summer. So I'm hitting a bunch of festivals and rides. And
actually, it says here, Bert Kreischer, on your one sheet that you're promoting Star Talk Mondays at 11 on Nat Geo. So
I'm really excited.
Cool. You going into that world as well? You're
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You going to talk about the universe?
Yeah, do you guys have any questions? Opie And Anthony 160.
Travis is stupid.
It says, promoting Star Talk Mondays at 11 p.m. on Nat Geo.
That's cool.
Actually, you and Neil deGrasse Tyson should switch jobs. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Do that for a week.
Would you ever do like one of these adventure shows with Chip?
In a fucking heartbeat. If Chip wants to do anything this summer, I will fly him out first class, and I will do anything you want to do. We got rodeo poker is one of the things on the list. So they put a poker table in front of in like a rodeo thing, and they release the bull, and the last clown to come up gets the money on the table. We got a lot of stuff, Chip.
It's cool because Chip's probably done most of it already, so he probably comes in with a level of expertise. If he just wants to come out
and ride a roller coaster with me, I'd love Chip sitting next to me and ride a roller coaster.
He'd be very comfortable.
I don't even let him buckle me in on a roller coaster. I hang on.
It'd be really great to watch Chip ride a roller coaster because the whole lead up would be talking about like how he doesn't give a fuck and blah blah blah, and just watching him be completely terrified on the shittiest roller coasters.
I would definitely fly Chip out. Would Chip ride a roller coaster?
Well, I'll tell you what happened to Jim when he was in Vegas with his ex. We went to New York, and they have a roller coaster simulator. And I was going to go on the roller coaster. I was feeling brave. I was going to go on the simulator. So I get in the simulator, and it's just the size of one roller coaster car, and she programmed in, and they buckle you in. And I'm like, that's interesting, and the music starts blaring, and you're in a pod. And there's an emergency thing you can hit if it's too much. 5 seconds in, we turn upside down, and I hit it. I stopped it. I'm not kidding. 5 seconds in. And the guy opened up the thing, and he goes, that must have been, did you hit that by mistake? And I'm like, nah, man, we turned, my arm hurts. And we got out, and she's like, that was fucking humiliating.
What couldn't you handle?
The whole upside down, the music was too loud. I was going to throw up. I'm like, I'm going to throw up.
So before you can ride a roller coaster...
close your eyes at that point?
No.
You can't.
You're physically upside down.
Before you can ride a roller coaster, you got to master Star Tours at Disney World or something.
Yeah, like I'd go on Confrontation, at Universal Studios. They still have that.
Confrontation.
Yeah, it was with the King Kong ride.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think they have that anymore.
Confrontation. No,
it wasn't a good ride.
No, it wasn't.
It kind of breaks through the building a little bit.
Yeah, and you're like,
yeah, you're on like one of those like
fake
sky
trains.
trolleys.
But do you think if you went, because I know sometimes when I have panic attacks, if I look at the camera and I focus on the camera, it helps calm me. Like a lot of times scuba diving, I'll get panic attacks. But if I go to the camera and kind of play to the camera, I start calming down.
There's a magic in knowing you're performing.
Do you think that Chip would be able to handle a roller coaster? Straight Chip.
Yeah.
In character.
In character?
Yeah.
Come on, please let me fly Chip out. Please let me fly Chip out.
Easy.
You think you could stay in character the whole time?
Piece of fucking cake.
What's
No
character?
way.
Chip is just 100% Chip all
I'm
the
fucking
time.
real and realer.
Real and realer.
You gotta do that.
Oh, please, Chip.
Fuck yeah.
I miss diving.
I'm
God.
in.
Do you like scuba diving?
Yep.
I've done it probably. I've probably done about 20 dives. But not recent, unfortunately. It's been a good 3 or 4 years now.
I'm diving in a week.
Fucking love diving.
Where you diving?
North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
And you realize
Where have you dived?
Everywhere.
Wow.
you realize you're not scared when you're diving, are you?
I am.
You realize everything down there is scared of you.
No.
What scares me is when you look out into basically the abyss, the darkness, and you're like, what the fuck is right out there? Taking a look at me that could pop out at any given moment. But if you're in an area where you can pretty much see your surroundings, it's so peaceful, and I love it.
My first dive was 90 feet in Hawaii, in Fiji, to a wreck.
Right.
And 90 feet, stand at the bottom of a 9-foot building and think that's all the water covering you.
Right.
Oh my God.
Fucking, I started sinking and I had an instant panic attack, and I almost celebrated this panic attack because in the moment I realized all the shit I wanted out of life and all the shit I didn't want.
Right.
And I was like, all the shit I don't want is down there.
Right.
Like all the shit I want is up top. And I just kicked back up the top. I was like, I can't do this. And the lady, I was telling her on this. The lady came over to me, my guide instructor. I got someone with me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay, we're going down." And I was like, "No, give me a." And she just grabbed my BC, hit my deflate, held on to me, and just took me down to the bottom. And I was like, "I'm fucking dying. This bitch is killing me."
How many feet down were you?
90 feet.
Oh, 90. I'm
You can only be down there for like 10 minutes.
But that's a lot for your first dive. They usually don't take you 90 feet.
It's TV.
It's pretty much.
That's how TV.
It's for TV.
Well, because TV, they're like.
Because us schmucks, it's like 40, 50 feet tops first dive.
Dude, my training dive was at 50 fucking feet because we were going 90. So they took me to my training dive where you drop all your fucking gear and try to fix it.
Right.
And my dive buddy partner, Callie, we were supposed to, the last thing you do is you switch BCs. You go, I'm out of air, and then you grab the person's...
his spare.
Yeah, his spare, and you take it.
The same one that's in his mouth?
No, just you get a spare one.
You don't take it out of their mouth.
you got a spare one on the side.
I need
your air.
In case you need it.
It's you or me, dude.
Yeah, where's all the air?
I'll bring your body up top.
Yeah, give me some air.
And we're 50 feet down, and Callie does the thing, and she forgets to blow out or clear her BC or clear a regulator,
right,
and sucks in water and starts choking.
Wow.
And I'm that drill. You're face to face, an inch from them, and I watch her eyes start dying. I see her start choking, and I just am like, what the fuck do I do? And
Come in her mouth. It's a blowjob joke.
Yeah, well.
But our trainer just grabbed her, and like it was a fucking gonzo porn, and just held the regulator in her mouth, and just held her there, just held her face in the regulator, and you just end up coughing out the water and then breathing, but you're 50 feet down.
Well, they also teach you if you're going to puke, you got to puke right through your regulator.
Right through your regulator.
Isn't that fucked up?
Into it?
Yeah, because a lot of people kind of get seasick or whatever with the motion. They're like, look, if you're going to throw up, make sure you fucking keep that regulator in your mouth and just puke right through it.
How will you'll be breathing the puke back in?
It'll probably blast out mostly.
Yeah.
You'll probably get a little taste of puke in your mouth, certainly.
It's not going to be cool, I'm sure.
Never happened to me, thank God.
You never happened
I never puked. But I did get down to the wreck, and I realized, like, in this weird fucking kind of, because obviously I'm a talking guy, I'm not a big listening guy, and so like, and I don't like being silent, I don't like that, but when you're scuba diving, it's just silence, just you and your brain.
Right.
Just you and just all your thoughts, and I get down to the wreck, and I realize we're celebrating the worst day in some guy's life. Like, no one has a wreck, like, hey guys, fuck it, let's swim in.
The very first guy that was down on that wreck was the guy who died with the wreck.
Yes, and we're down there like fucking people at the 9/11 memorial, like,
checking it all out.
So it got like really panic in my brain the whole time. It's like, I could freak you out. I could freak you the fuck out.
How many feet was it?
90 feet.
90 feet down.
Yeah, we're doing a
you
dive.
don't think any of those guys survived?
I don't know. It was in the middle of Fiji, in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, it was middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's just,
they took you all the way out. Okay.
Yeah, we're going diving.
You ever do Cayman Islands?
No, I've only done.
The dive boats are right offshore. It makes it really convenient and nice.
I would love that.
A lot of my dives were Turks and Caicos, where they do take you out for a while, a long way. You can't see land anymore. Probably, I forget now. Probably 90-minute fucking boat ride just to get out to the dive sites.
Yeah,
that was a little freaky.
We're doing a 50-foot dive, which is cool. I can deal with 50 feet because you got to remember 50 feet's the total bottom, but it's a wreck off of North Carolina, out by the frying pan, and so the top of the wreck is going to be at like 30 feet, so you can fuck around at 30 feet for a while and gradually get your way down there. It's just a 90-foot descent is just a
when
beast.
You're floating just, I don't know, like 5 feet off the bottom, and you can control your breathing where you make your body just kind of go. It's the best fucking feeling, man.
It is. There is a
it's
real
so relaxing.
There is a real
you can calm
serenity
your fucking brain and your breath down. And people go through their air way too fast because they're panicking.
We're coming up for the 90-foot dive, and we're down there doing like Travelocity spots, and we're at 90 feet doing a Travelocity spot.
And you got to stop on the way up, obviously.
You ascend at 10 feet per minute. Think about how slowly that walk is.
Right.
It is slow as shit. So there's not like just skyrocketing up, and then we get to 50 feet, or we get to 30 feet, where you have to, or 15 feet, where you have to hang out for 5 minutes.
Right.
And we look, and there's a fucking tank upside down. We're all out of air, the whole fucking crew. So we're passing back and forth at 15 feet for 5 minutes, just like switching out octopus. It's no joke. I'm nervous about my
dive.
That's
what sucks. It's like, but it's only 15 feet up. But if I go now, I could be in some deep trouble.
Yeah.
I swam to the Titanic. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
You just swam?
Yeah, we was deep sea diving.
Who?
Me and the crew.
You and the crew.
A bunch of the camera guys.
For what?
Chipper's Ocean Show.
Where was that aired?
It'll be on soon.
And you swam to the Titanic?
Yep.
What'd you find?
Boats.
How many boats?
How many? What, like a plural?
Titanic was one boat.
Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Fuck yeah.
How'd you get back up?
Just fucking swam up.
Just like that.
Right up.
You held your breath to the Titanic?
No, I had a machine on.
Oh. What kind of machine?
I'm done talking about this.
With that, we're going to take a break. Bert Kreischer, killing it with the stories. My God. What are we promoting? Because I don't have the proper plug for you.
Oh, nothing.
Well, you could...
Space Talk.
Space Talk. It's on Monday nights.
Star Talk, Mondays at 11 p.m. on Nat Geo?
Or Nat Geo.
You probably have you on, right?
Oh, no. I'm too stupid to talk to him about anything.
Yeah, but that would be kind of fun.
Oh.
Right?
I'm obsessed with time travel. We never got to it. I was hoping he'd be like, no, that's coming up. I mean, that's going to be shortly. Well, that'll be possible.
Yeah. In our lifetime.
Right around the corner.
I think they've got a line on it. Apple does.
Oh, okay. That's what the watch, I think, version 2 is going to do.
They really have figured out time travel a little bit.
Who has?
People. They've figured it out, parts of it.
Like what parts?
They can move things.
Move? No, they can't.
I feel like Chip right now.
Just making shit up.
Have you seen the video of the guy with the cell phone from back in 19...
Oh, yes!
That freaks me out.
In the background?
I don't believe in much.
Dude,
that one freaks me out a little bit. I don't believe in it in the end, but what the fuck is he holding up to his ear?
I believe in time travel.
He's going to a premiere back in the day.
There's definitely... There was no cell towers.
No, I know.
The phone wouldn't work.
I know. We did all this.
Not a cell phone.
We did all this. I get it, but
agree to disagree.
If you haven't, if you've never seen it, I think it's a Charlie Chaplin movie premiere, and a lady's walking, into the premiere, and she's holding something up to her ear that looks like it could. It's the same thing, emotion that you would have having a phone up to your ear. It's a little freaky. I don't believe in it. I'm just saying. What is it called online for the people?
If you just Google image time travel cell phone, you'll find
it's fucking weird.
Totally
man.
Different subject. Have you seen Chris Fairbanks' video of him getting put into the movie Cocktail?
Yep.
Is that not fucking hilarious?
It's all right.
Chip got you again. He didn't see it.
Got me.
He didn't see it. Where is this?
Chris Fairbanks.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
It is so goddamn funny.
What's the backstory here?
He just figured out how to Forrest Gump himself into the movie. So he's in the fucking movie Cocktails, and he just jumps in. It's so fucking... He's a comedian from L.A.
Right, okay. Where's he in this
scene?
Right
there?
Right behind him. Oh.
Is that not great?
It's the best.
Really well done.
It's a horrible.
That's fake.
It doesn't help that we're doing this on radio, but put this on our Facebook page. That's fucking funny, man.
So goddamn funny.
It's well done, too, my
It's
God.
really good.
No
Took him a
one
really
cheers
long
bartenders like that.
They do a cocktail.
Yeah, they
No one
did.
cheers bartenders.
They were big deals in that movie.
Yeah, my
Hey.
favorite part was his trip to the bottom of his own houseboat.
People cheer bartenders like that at the airport when the bar opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Cocktails and Dreams on
It is
YouTube.
so
that is
fucking funny.
And it's an 11-minute video, so you just
He becomes.
can you fast forward slightly?
weaves
Sam, just
himself
to
into the
see?
story.
Okay.
Oh wait, go
that's
back,
funny.
go back.
All right.
And keep going.
Flanagan.
We're doing this
Yeah,
just for ourselves.
Right here.
I'll acknowledge this, but
Right here.
okay.
So
Really that good of a friend to you, though? I think you and I, if you were open to
He's
it,
talking.
you know, we could be more than friends. And always getting up. But if you were open to it at all, Thomas. Oh, hey! That
What? I gotta tweet this fucking thing.
Guys, I might need some help.
What's his name?
Guys,
Chris Fairbanks.
pretty face and a
Well, here he comes.
ponytail with the hanging down.
Oh, I hate this movie. Where they're singing.
Snapping at the bottom of the stairwell. And in the morning, he shows up.
Oh, good morning, assholes. Busy to help me out of that stairwell. I had to call myself an ambulance. And then
It's so good.
It's great, right?
It's a visual. I'm sorry to the
Very,
people out
very
there.
funny.
It's called Cocktails and Dreams once again on YouTube. Fuck, that is funny. All right, we're going to take a break and continue with Bert Kreischer. Maybe we'll get into some of the shit that's going on out there in the world. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, my arm hurts. A little bit, just a teeny bit.
Just a little bit.
More with Opie and Jim. After this.
That's all right. This is it. The announcement that you've been waiting for is here. The new color for Mother's Day 2015 of Steven Singer's famous gold-dipped rose is pink champagne. That's right, pink champagne. Give her a rose that is perfect. Symbol of love and appreciation. Can you imagine the perfect gift for Mother's Day at the perfect price, starting at just $59? This real long-stem rose is lavishly and deeply dipped in 24-karat pure gold, and it's guaranteed to last forever. So why talk about Mother's Day now? Well, Steven Singer sells out of this gift every year, and he wants to make sure you get the first shot at ordering his brand new color, pink champagne. It's beautiful. Limited quantities are available. The ladies seem to really like these roses. Order yours today. Choose delivery closer to Mother's Day and guarantee you'll have the newest rose color for all of the moms in your life. Steven makes it so easy. Each rose comes shipped in a beautiful gold gift box with your very own personalized gift message. He even helps you out with that. Go online right now to check out the roses. IHateStevenSinger.com and reserve yours today. Steven Singer Jewelers. One place, one price. IHateStevenSinger.com.
Get a preview of the nation's top college football teams with more than 20 spring football games on Sirius XM. Touchdown! Hear live broadcasts as players compete for positions and teams get ready for the 2015 season. Saturday, catch spring games from Michigan State.
Connor Cook throws over the middle. Caught by R.J. Shelton all by himself. Touchdown, MSU.
Arkansas, Tennessee, Kansas State, Virginia Tech, and West Virginia. To find your team, go to SiriusXM.com/college football schedule.
FamousSmoke.com would like to apologize. Not long ago, our Twitter feed lit up because our radio commercials, well, suck. In hindsight, it's true, and we feel bad that we made you endure Vinny V.
This coupon thing is wowie zowie.
Suffered our shameless holiday pandering.
Your cigar-loving leprechaun at FamousSmoke.com.
And are downright remorseful that we put it to music.
First you take your cigar.
Problem is, we're too busy slashing prices on the biggest selection of cigars from Acid, Cohiba, Romeo, Padron, and hundreds more brands to make good...
Hey, this is Dr. Steve from Weird Medicine with another Dr. Steve Medical Minute.
Hey, Dr. Steve, what can I do to add a few inches down there? Do any of those penis enlargement things they talk about really work?
Boy, wouldn't we all just love a giant hog? I mean, to have one. I mean, on your body, you know what I mean. Men have been unsatisfied with their penis length since time immemorial, but it's only been in the last 50 years that we developed technology to do something about it. But alas, it's all pretty much for naught. There is a contraption that is sold on multiple websites that has 2 Velcro rings, one for the base of your penis and one for under the Roman war helmet. Between these 2 rings is a series of turnbuckles that can be lengthened with a twist of the screw a little bit every day. By the way, this device is to be worn all day long. Supposedly, this will lengthen the penis over time. I found a single study that looked at this technique that showed a 1/4 inch improvement in length. Not worth the trouble. The same is true of vacuum devices. They're great for inducing an erection without drugs, but will do nothing to enlarge your penis. If you're overweight, remember Dr. Steve's rule. For every 35 pounds of weight loss, you regain 1 inch of penis length. There are surgical solutions, but they all have downsides. Gain an inch with severing the suspensory ligament, but your erection will thereafter point down to the floor. Gain some girth with Juvederm injection, but have a penis that looks like a wormy squash. Recently, the average penis length was re-examined and found to be only 5 inches, which saw half the country breathe a sigh of relief. If you're searching for solutions to a penis with which you're not satisfied, see a urologist. They have all the answers to all your dick questions.
Ian and Jim are back.
All right. We got Bert Kreischer in studio.
China banned it.
What happened?
China banned time travel, so it must be real.
They're trying to ban it.
No, China did.
China did.
Oh, that's right. China did ban it.
Yes, they did.
I remember that. It was in the news a week or 2 ago. I was talking to Bert Kreischer about allergies. Everyone seems to be suffering this time of year.
Yep.
And you got a fine theory on this whole allergy thing.
I do. By the way, this is a half-cocked theory that I'm not emotionally attached to, so I don't have to start an apology tour. But the reason guys like me and you have allergies is because we were put on formula, because that was in like the 60s and 70s. That was what every parent thought was like, it's science proven, is this is healthier for your child.
Than breastfeeding.
So
before that, everyone pretty much was breastfed. They had no choice.
Nope.
What do you mean?
It was a mortal sin in the Catholic Church to be breastfed. So what my grandmother would do is she'd drive into Spanish Harlem and get breast milk from a Puerto Rican woman. Swear to you.
What?
Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't explain the rims on your car.
They would set up shop in Harlem?
You could get breast milk from like Puerto Rican women who would just lactate and put in things. And that's what my dad, because you couldn't, it was a mortal sin to have a baby on your breast and breastfeed it. So I'm saying 40s.
So if you went to hell because you said, fuck that, I want to nourish my child, what happens to those people after they change the rule up there?
I don't fucking know.
Or down there?
No, that's not, my theory's not done. So then what was happening is, and then there was a big shift, and they started giving formula into like people that are on welfare. They started giving formula. And so they assumed, since all the white people had used it in the 70s and thought it was better, they started using it. And then what happened is people like me and you realized there's benefits to breastfeeding. And now we all breastfeed our kids, where it's not as acceptable, I think. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but in the inner city, it wasn't big deal. They just get formula, and so they give the babies formula. So breastfeeding is the reason that we have allergies. It's because we weren't breastfed.
We didn't get the good stuff.
We didn't get the any nutrients from my mom.
I was breastfed, and I have a little bit of allergies, not as bad as you, though.
Wait, so...
I have horrible allergies.
What age do you have to be where you don't have allergies because they went back to breastfeeding?
I think you have to breastfeed for like a solid...
No, but I mean, like, if you're a 30-year-old walking around right now, or a 25-year-old...
It just depends technically on if you were breastfed. The thing is, our generation, me and your generation...
Well, that's what I'm trying to say, because then everyone went back to breastfeeding. So there are kids out there, about 20 years old that have no allergies because they were breastfed properly.
My cousins were all breastfed. The Hobsons were all breastfed out of Philadelphia. So the Hobson boys are in their 30s. Like, I think probably 30. So I'd say 30 all the way down to like 20.
You also said black in there, though.
Well, yeah, that was
during the break. You're saying the black.
Thanks, Opie.
Was it intentional that you didn't mention that?
He was doing a Jimmy the Greek to me, and he goes, and that's why blacks don't have allergies.
Yeah, the blacks were bred not to sneeze.
What about that part of the discussion that we had during the break?
I don't remember that part.
And that's why blacks don't have allergies. You go, white boys have allergies. This is what you basically said. White boys have allergies because I gotta do this. I'm sorry, I got it.
That's why you said, let's talk about that.
No, I love you, Bert. I'm not throwing you under the bus, but it's funny. You said white boys. White boys like me and you. Around the same age, give or take a few.
Yeah.
We have allergies because we were on formula, but the blacks couldn't afford the formula. Black families couldn't afford the formula, and that's why
get who kid in here.
and that's why they continue to breastfeed, and and they don't have. So black people don't have allergies.
Bad theory. Yeah. I mean, but is there a correlation between poor people and not having allergies?
I think so. I mean,
based on what?
Well, I don't know. I just noticed. I don't know.
Dr. Steve calling Dr. Steve.
Yeah, that's
someone just call in and say I'm onto something here, or I do sound like Jimmy the Greek allergist.
So what you got here is your blacks.
My daughters have no allergies, and I am deathly allergic to cats and hamsters. And
what's that? What's the local honey bullshit angle that everyone's hitting me up on Twitter with?
Well, bees pollinate, so they figure that through the honey you pick up a little immunity.
All right, so I have to find the local fucking honey, and I eat that, and my allergies will go away. That's what
it helps. A little local flavor.
A little local.
What is that? Why they say you got like
it's a great name for a hooker too? The local honey. Everyone eats a cunt. Go ahead, guys.
Wow. Calling Dr. Steve.
I
guess honey's supposed to help you out. I don't know. Who knows?
The bees are disappearing. I have a lot of guys who are all stoners that followed widespread panic that are now beekeepers. They get a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, that's a good business.
Oh, you could just throw it in your backyard, just like Rogan's got chicken coops.
Right.
Throw in some fucking bees.
I saw Morgan Spurlock talking about the bees. It's
really
big business.
Does he have chicken coops? He makes his own eggs and chicken?
Oh, dude, it's impressive.
Yeah, Joe hunts stuff and eats it and cooks up his food,
Right.
Joe's like an outdoorsy guy.
Wears half the stuff after he's done.
He's got a show. I should probably, one thing I've learned in life is never speak on Joe's behalf, but I think he's got a show where he's going to take first-time hunters out for a kill. You guys would be awesome.
I have no desire to do that. Although, if I was going to do it, it would be with someone who eats with it. Like Ted Nugent, it can be irritating, but I think that he does eat and use what he kills.
I would go through the experience. I don't know if I would like it as much as those regular hunters out there, but
it's an emotional experience.
I like to educate myself a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's only responsible if you plan on eating the meat. You might as well be cool with the harvest. So what
do we got to eat?
I don't know. I like elk, dude.
I want to shoot a salmon because I'm on a fish thing lately.
You can do that with bow and arrow. We did that in bow and arrow in Wisconsin.
I just don't have the heart for it. Guys who hunt my food for me, I do appreciate what you do. I can't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's, all right, Dr. Steve, I don't know if you're listening. So we got Bert Kreischer in studio.
Birdie boy.
And he's got this theory on allergies. And let me just say it again. He says white guys around our age, like 40s and above, let's say, we weren't breastfed because the formula came out and people thought that was better. So we were on the formula, and that caused our allergies. And the blacks, they couldn't afford the formula.
Dr. Steve, I didn't say that.
So they said, well, it would be nice to get my kids on the formula as well to get the health benefits, but we can't afford it, so we're going to continue breastfeeding. And because that was done, blacks don't get allergies like white boys. Comment.
He said sucking titties that keep you from sneezing. Go on now.
Go on now.
That was the prevalent theory until...
See, there you go. I saved your ass.
What about AIDS?
What happened?
2008.
Oh,
2008.
I thought you said until everyone got AIDS.
No. That was the government.
You get AIDS from breastfeeding?
So, all right. So you should have corrected your knowledge sometime between 2008 and today. But.
Yeah, there was a study, a meta-analysis done in 2008.
Oh, was he nice?
What?
Oh, you said you met analysis.
You met somebody. You met somebody. That's just
But what it showed was that although there are many benefits to breastfeeding, including the fact that my kid is alive today because my wife breastfed, and I can tell you that story.
Well, you got it now. I hate when people do that. I'm not going to call you later. Yeah. I got you on the phone now. What do you mean your kid's alive because of breastfeeding?
Well, my kid was 5 days old,
right,
and he got a virus called respiratory syncytial virus. Had a fever of 105. And this is a virus that causes croup and other stuff in older kids, but in newborns it can be devastating. And when we brought him in, the nurses were like, we don't know if he's going to survive. And this kid absolutely sailed through, and most of the kids who do survive it, and most do, but they can get really sick, will have asthma and stuff like that afterward. Well, my wife was breastfeeding. She's the one who gave him the virus because she had it, and but she had antibodies to it, and that's one of the benefits of breastfeeding is that the mother can transmit antibodies to the kid. And so he just sailed through. He's totally fine. And so breastfeeding saved his life. If we had been bottle feeding, we may have had a completely different outcome. So there are real tangible benefits to breastfeeding. Avoiding allergies doesn't seem to be one of them. Now, the reason that they thought that this was true was because kids who got breastfed...
No, Bert doesn't have a large attention span. Can you,
yeah, okay.
You don't have to dumb it down, because I think Bert Kreischer is a smart guy.
Yes.
But he doesn't like to listen
he's brilliant. And
for more than 30 seconds at a time. Huh?
The story about jumping off the building in Vegas was amazing. I really love that. But the reason that they thought that breastfeeding was beneficial for allergies was because kids had less wheezing when they were breastfed compared to bottle-fed kids. But they think now that it may be because they were avoiding certain viruses because of the antibodies rather than actually preventing allergies.
So agree to disagree.
That's right. I mean, I've got the meta-analysis. I'll be more than happy to.
Oh my God! Don't send that to Bert Kreischer, please.
Hey, I know. I tweet Dr. Steve every time I have a drug cocktail I'm thinking about putting together. Like last one was Valium and Vicodin. And I was like, hey, what's the deal with Valium, Vicodin, and Xanax? And he didn't reply. I was like, guess I won't take the Xanax.
Take as many as you got and then get in the tub, Whitney.
I'm sorry if I didn't.
Wow. Working blue today.
That's okay. Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Is that it?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah.
Did we get the answer?
Stupid call.
Yeah, he said it's pretty much that's the reason.
That's bullshit now, right?
Yeah, bullshit.
Breastfeeding's good, though.
Yeah, but titties are nice, right, DS?
Yeah, they are.
Just D for doctor?
Do you check it out when a mom's breastfeeding in public?
Fuck yeah, I pull my prick out.
I will absolutely do a couple circles. I'll circle back, no problem.
I've definitely given it a peek.
A little peek. All right, Steve.
Yeah,
it's not like a sexual thing enough to pull your prick out.
No,
what it's for.
There's something kind of sexual about it.
Did you jerk off in public?
Well, I don't know if I jerk off in public, but it's a little...
Yeah, you just rearrange a little bit.
All right.
Rearrange a little bit.
Steve.
Oh, that's great.
Weird Medicine on this channel. Dr. Steve.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Eastern on
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right.
I've listened to Weird Medicine a bunch.
He's great.
I got the app on my phone. If you don't have it, go get it. It's fucking awesome.
The Weird Medicine app?
No, I got the
new app.
Sirius XM app. I fucking love it. You can type in. It's so fucking convoluted. I'm saying this out loud, Sirius, that I can't find you in my car.
Right.
You're either on 106 or 203, or sometimes it doesn't even show up.
Well, they got to match that shit up, but we gave up on that a long time ago.
On this, I can just type in Opie or Jim, and it just comes right up. I love this app.
People are definitely liking the new app more than hating it. You still got people that are fucking bitching about it.
It crashes a lot?
I don't.
And you can pull back. It's great. The other day, I don't know what you guys were talking about, but it was the Florentine interview. I was talking to you about it, and I heard I'm getting on the interstate, and I just heard like a part of it, and I went, oh shit! And I can just scroll back to right at the very beginning of the interview and listen to all of it. I love it. I love it.
All right, well, get the new app.
Yeah, it's better to be able to do that. You can do that like on Fios now. I don't know about cable, but they'll say hit this button if you want to just buy it on demand if you tune in late. So it's really cool what they're doing with TV.
Not Time Warner.
No.
Fuck.
I thought you were going to cancel that.
I got other things to worry about, like a few more 1,000 sneezes. And then I'll deal with Time Warner.
You can cancel cable with allergies.
No, I can't.
You are not a multitasker.
No, I can't. This has been debilitating.
This has fucked up your week.
Yes, it has fucked up my week.
Allergies suck, man. When you wake up and your eyes are itching.
Fucked up my week.
Oh, yeah. Got to scratch those motherfuckers.
Not relating.
I don't have to scratch the eyes this time, thank God.
Oh,
you will rip your own eyeballs out until you get the good stuff. There's nothing in CVS that you got to get.
You got to get the medicated ones, the tiny ones, Alicorn
the tiny
or something.
one where you could easily misplace it. What did they give you? They give you like 10 drops, I think, in that fucking thing. How How expensive is that shit? Why
like
can't they give us a nice,
$15?
healthy amount?
I'm definitely allergic to gerbils or hamsters. My wife one time was playing with one at my daughter's school, got in the car, washed her hands, got in the car, held onto the steering wheel. I got in the car, touched the steering wheel, and you know the inner membrane of your eye? It swole up over my eyes. And I'm driving. I literally, I'm not even lying, tears were coming out of my eyes because they were watering, and they were burning down my face. Burning lines down my face.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
CNN had some salty language. Did you see this clip yet?
I did not.
Yeah, you had some badasses that decided they needed to say a few things while CNN was reporting on the Freddie Gray thing.
Oh, good.
The Freddie Gray death protest. What happened there, you think?
But with the broken back, that guy is
broken back, a severed spine around his neck, I think.
What happened?
They probably slammed him down really hard. I mean, what else could you do to break someone's...
Well, he had... Something must have happened because he had broken legs when they were putting him into the...
Wait, what was he doing? I don't even know this story.
I don't know anything about this story.
That's why this story's so weird because everybody's saying he was doing nothing.
Can we goggle it?
I didn't even think of that.
They're saying he was doing nothing. I don't know.
So the cops thought he was someone else, so they were just fucking with him?
He has a record for some minor stuff.
That's super.
But
I thought that was part of the story.
Cuts. We pay attention to every detail.
Dead from a severed,
so you'll feel sharp, clean, and ready to go.
How the fuck did that happen?
Are you playing a Supercuts ad?
And the moment you're not feeling ready, pop right back in, and we'll get you ready
I thought this was about vaginas with capes.
Mediate.
Misheard it.
Like the Mediate. Do a good job.
Yeah, Mediate.
One place to get all the clips.
Now we could
Miguel Marquez
put the audio on.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's our coverage this hour in Baltimore. He's with the protesters tonight. Miguel, what are you seeing right now?
Very much with the protesters. These young men are incredibly angry about everything happening.
Motherfuckers ain't taking Fuck you! Fuck them! Straight up! Fuck CNN! We here! Straight up! Straight up!
As you can see, there's a lot of emotion running through the streets here.
Wow.
Why is he walking in the middle of the protesters?
This is a different clip than the one I saw because they did it a second time. Second time to this poor gentleman as he's just trying to report from the situation. CNN, they dig in, though. They get right in there with the protesters.
They really do.
During the Ferguson thing, I couldn't have done that.
No.
I couldn't have been, I'll tell you what, fuck that. I couldn't be a cameraman doing that, where you're just blind the entire time to everything in your peripheral.
Right.
That'd be fucking
and
terrifying.
You just assume they're not going to do anything to you.
What's the story here? What happened?
His leg.
What we know is that while in police custody for committing no crime for which they had no justification for making the arrest except he was a black man running, I'm quoting obviously, this is not, his spine was virtually severed, 80% severed in the neck area, said Bill Murphy, attorney for Gray's family.
Is it possible to do that with a chokehold with a nightstick?
Well, when they were dragging
brutal.
him, there's video of him getting dragged into the van.
Right.
And it looked like his legs were already broken.
Well, that could have just... Are his legs broken?
Is that the video?
Yeah, it looked like his legs.
No,
I mean,
but that could just be because they were being dragged because his spine was broken.
Yeah.
Were the legs confirmed broken?
Nothing. No.
So it's the spine. They probably a chokehold, a brutal chokehold, where they threw him down and broke his fucking neck off a curb or something.
Dude,
horrible.
You got to throw. I mean, I fell 15 fucking feet on my back. You got to really fuck someone up to break their spine.
Yeah, I don't think you can sever a spine with.
You cannot.
I don't know. I'm just guessing how that would happen when they arrest you.
I mean, there would be severed spines all the time in MMA.
But aren't they also talking that maybe something happened in the police van after they arrested him and they took off?
They're just saying they don't know what happened in the police van.
Maybe can you slam someone's head really hard against the fucking wall and do it?
They even showed the route that the police van took to see, well, maybe they took this corner a little too hard and he was handcuffed.
Yeah, there's no way that happens.
So, I mean, people want answers in Baltimore. And they're like, hey, man, we're investigating and
they better have answers.
We'll let you know soon. Did the other clip pop up of the guys going live and saying motherfucker a lot? Or is that the only one they got today?
I mean, that's the one.
Yeah, okay. It happened again, I think, yesterday, but whatever.
I always side with. I've always been on the side of the cops because I can't imagine having their job. But it does seem like a lot of people are dying these days.
Well,
like that one where the guy just shot the guy in the back in the park. Did you see that?
Yeah, when he was running.
I mean, the guy wasn't even running fast.
No. Or the other one.
He was lumbering.
He was literally meandering away from the guy.
He was pretty much lumbering or meandering away.
Did you see the interview with who wasn't even a real cop, who shot
the old man.
Yeah, the old man who shot the dude because he thought it was his taser.
No, you know, what did the interview say?
He was interviewing him on the Today Show, and Matt Lauer was like, "Could you stand up for a second?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "This old guy," and he was like, "Could you just show me on your body where's your taser and then where's your gun?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he pointed. His taser is in his vest pocket, like his left breast pocket on his vest, and his gun is on his right hip. Couldn't have been further away, and somehow he still grabbed the gun thinking it was a taser on the total opposite side of his body and shot this dude. Now, he's probably, I don't think he legit grabbed his gun on purpose.
No, because he wouldn't have yelled taser and then immediately said, "I'm sorry." He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
That goes to speak to his incompetence.
Unless he really wanted to kill a guy and was setting it up. But
no, that's not.
And what was a 73-year-old insurance guy?
Was he a big donator or something?
Yeah,
and you could kind of play cop for the day.
And he said his job, he would go out with the cops, and his job was to take notes and clean up. Like, he would just kind of follow the cops around, and they would do their job. But he was like, "Oh, everybody's running out." Like, "Oh, I got a taser."
Right.
And then he was like, "I have no idea what I'm doing."
Baltimore police, their official documents said the man who died after his spine was nearly severed was arrested without force or incident. Now, of course they're going to say that, but what do they think happened?
Well, Ron knows. He's from Baltimore. He knows everything. Go ahead, Ron.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I know everything. Yeah. But what they're saying on the inside, in Baltimore, we got like super high crime zones, so they run a lot of cops in there through hot times, if you will. And if they see somebody that matches the matches the description of somebody they've been looking for, they'll go after him. And this guy took off running, and then they tackled him and called him, and he was like resisting arrest. So they put him in that old like legs behind his back, the arms behind the back, kind of folded him backwards, and they put him in the paddy wagon. By the time he got to the precinct, they took him out. His neck's half broke. So basically, they gave him the first-class ride to the precinct when they threw him in the back. He was probably getting a little bumped around and cracked his head on the metal seat or something. And that's pretty much what they're saying on the inside, what's going on.
Didn't it look like his were fucked up, like Sam said? This video of him being brought into the car, it looks like he's totally fucked up there.
Yeah, he's already pretty hurt.
Yeah, and
I getting him into the police van.
They're saying the pictures show that he was not roughed up. He was chased.
He's being dragged, dude. His feet are being dragged.
And they're in directions that feet don't go in.
Yeah, his feet, I don't know if his legs are broken, but maybe that's what happens when your feet are being dragged like body weight.
I talked to two cops in San Francisco this past week. They were on my show, and we were talking about the whole thing. And they said, "Well, part of the deal," and they were saying this like very commonplace. People in the hood know if you run from us, we get to beat your ass when we get you. Like, that's part of the gig. And he's like, and now everyone wants to like snitch on it and tell, but that was part of the gig. If you run from us, when we catch you, you're going to get a little of an ass whipping. And he's like, that was understood in the hood. That's how that worked. But it seems like
it's like once people start dying from the ass whipping.
Yeah, this isn't about like, hey, the cop punched me in the head or did the old phone book. This is a guy's spine got broken.
Fucking.
Hey guys, I was going to say real quick, ask Kenny about the first-class rides to the precinct once you've resisted arrest, and ask him, and because that's kind of what they're saying here, is that he kind of rolled around in the back of that paddy wagon.
That's when they bump you around on purpose, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He gets some special treatment, and I think that's what happened, and I think this guy,
But going to the car, dude, when you look at their drag, he's not walking into the van. He's not walking into the van. His legs are being dragged. It's like they're dragging a cadaver.
Is it possible that he decided he wasn't going to fucking walk?
Oh, maybe, but I mean, they're saying he was arrested without violence or incident.
It does not look like his feet aren't just
that doesn't
steady.
Look like
either that or really, really sleepy.
Like backward, yeah.
That doesn't look like a guy who's just being a dick.
No one should die in those circumstances. I just don't understand why you would resist arrest.
Yeah. Well, I was just. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't understand that part, but then again, I'm not in these neighborhoods, and I don't understand the relationship between the cops and the people. But I don't know why you would resist. You're not going to get away in the end, for the most part.
I've had bad run-ins with bad cops, and it's always like if I have to go to jail for absolutely nothing, I totally get it. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like, but my dad was a lawyer, so I come from a very different background, so I can't imagine.
I mean, you're seething inside, but you're like,
oh yeah.
I always just knew they have the upper hand. I didn't get any real trouble over the years, but I'm just saying. Yeah. You just grew up knowing they had the upper hand.
I had one problem. I did have a problem. Me and my friend were coming. We were coming from the pulled by I'm thinking he was a lieutenant. We were on our way to the Kit Kat Club, and he makes me spit my gum out and show him how I suck a cock, and he jerked off on the side of my car. So inappropriate.
Oh, yeah.
You had your acting face on literally from the moment you started that story.
Well, you know me better. I was afraid I was going to laugh.
I didn't know that.
Kit Kat Club, huh?
I was like, really?
We're going to take one more call. Ray in Texas. Ray, I don't know how you know about Baltimore, but go ahead. The other guy was inside. We heard the accent and everything. We knew Baltimore. Woldymore. We knew he was from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was actually in the service with a Baltimore Police Department guy, and I actually usually am on the other side of this. For instance, I got into a screaming argument with Kenny over the choke in Staten Island.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, but in this instance, I was actually talking to my buddy. He's a pretty straight guy, and what he said about it is there's some information that hasn't really been coming out yet. He said that there's actually somebody else. They had somebody else in that paddy wagon. So there's going to be an account that comes out from another perp, basically, that they had in the back of that paddy wagon.
Okay.
There is video, by the way, of the initial confrontation with this guy that doesn't show them roughing him up in any way. It's actually been on CNN and all that stuff. I mean, it looks like a pretty, standard. They don't beat his ass or anything like that. I understand he's getting drugged. I've seen that video. It looks like he's going limp, but at the same time, if the guy's just resisting, he doesn't want to go, he could do that. But basically, what my buddy in Baltimore is saying is looking like the guy just fucked himself up. They put him in the back of the car. He was jumping around like an idiot, hurt himself, and then later they stopped it. They actually, there's video of this too. They stopped the paddy wagon to shackle his legs to stop him from fucking jumping around back.
Well, is there video of that?
Yeah, there's video of the stop where they actually have him getting his legs shackled. At that point, he looks like he's hanging half in and out of the truck, so he may have fucked himself up already at that point. And like I said, I wasn't there, but this is what I'm hearing from a guy on the force.
Oh, so what you're saying is
he was jumping up and down in the back,
trying to get beat up so that he could have a case against him, like beating himself up.
Probably so, because the thing is, the guy, other than the neck stuff, they haven't found any other injuries on him. He doesn't have a bunch of contusions to the face. He doesn't have a bunch of fucked up stuff otherwise, except for the neck thing. And you know what I mean, like that.
Are there any cops in the back of those vans when they're transporting somebody?
I have no idea. I mean, that's one of the. From what I understood, there was they had another perp back there. I don't think usually there is. From the few instances I've seen where people have been arrested and put into those things, I haven't seen a police officer travel in the back with them.
Okay.
But I'm sure that they probably would do something else. But also, before I go, I just want to say a big up to the machine and Jimmy Bram Muffin.
Very good. All right, Ray. Thank you.
No problem, guys.
This video is fucking horrendous.
You're looking at the video as he was talking?
An arrest video.
Right.
There's no way to make it bigger. What's happened?
This is when they stopped because he had fucked himself up. Or that allegedly, that's what he was saying.
Oh, this is the video.
This is the mid-stop.
Okay,
who's filming this?
It's not a professional.
Yeah, but there's a line between not a professional and I'm shaking it up to all off the plate. You just hold it there. Look. Left, right. Fucking hold it.
He's trying to see if someone's watching him. That's what he's doing.
It looks like CNN zoomed in to try to see the action better, and if it was shaking just a little bit, and now you're zooming in on their end, it would make it very shaky. That's what it kind of looks like.
Terrible video.
It does make sense. I mean, I don't believe it, but it is within the realm of human possibility that a guy would get arrested and decide to fucking fling his body around the back so he looks beat up, so when he gets in there, he could sue them. But I don't know if someone would break their spine.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, come back in.
Where's he going?
No? Fuck. Could do a few more minutes with him.
Is he doing Shady 45?
Probably doing other shows around here.
I'm doing Shade 45 later.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Way.
Very nice.
When is that?
11 a.m.
Today.
11:30 a.m.
Very good. And you're doing Imus tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You got the big special tomorrow night, Jimmy.
Oh.
Epics, 10 o'clock.
Hope it's a big hit.
Ooh, I talk about it
special.
I talk about it on my podcast that just went up. The video went on YouTube. I posted it this morning. It's in the intro.
You had Jimmy?
I had Jim on my podcast. It was fantastic.
How do they find that?
go to YouTube.
You just go to Bert.
Type in Bert Cast Jim Norton.
Bert Cast Jim Norton. There you go.
And it was it was good talking to Jim. I'm telling you, I got to be honest with you. Your interview with Rogan, now that I get to see Chip up live in person, it is so much fucking more enjoyable. It's so much. That's me shirtless.
Why
and there's Jim up at the top left.
Why do you have to be shirtless?
Maybe
I have tactile issues, Hope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe we've gotten this far into the radio appearance with you with a shirt on. I feel like we haven't been doing that.
It's just uncomfortable to have a shirt on?
I don't like having shirts on.
For real?
I'm being dead serious. I've been doing my set entirely shirtless lately.
What are you feeling right now with the shirt on?
Now that we brought it up, it's driving me nuts because it's touching my nipples.
And you've always had this problem?
I've always had this problem. My daughter has this problem too.
So she's shirtless?
Oh, pantyless. She hasn't rocked panties in her entire life.
How are you going to handle that as she gets older?
Oh, I'll probably be dead.
Jesus. You know, there's something that happened locally that's right up your alley.
What's this?
The guy that was trying to swim the
Gowanus.
The Gowanus Canal. He thought he could do this thing, and he said, fuck that. And he...
How far is it?
I don't know how far he wanted to go, but he didn't make it too far. I mean, it's legendary how fucking polluted this place is, this canal. And he's a clean water activist who he planned to swim nearly 2 miles, of the poop and tar-tainted Gowanus Canal on Wednesday and was forced to stop early, citing health concerns.
Do you know when I did the episode of, the Jason Schwartzman show?
Bored to death?
Yeah, Bored to Death. The episode title was The Gowanus Has Gonorrhea. Because
No kidding.
Yeah, they were hanging me over the thing that was supposed to be over the Gowanus Canal because it was so fucking filthy.
So it's legendary. The water is bad. It stinks. I couldn't see very far. I couldn't see my arms. There's a lot of poop in there. Oh, God, said Christopher Swain, who took the nasty dip in honor of Earth Day. Clad in flippers and a bright yellow wetsuit with his face exposed, Swain took the putrid plunge into America's most polluted waterway. Is it America's most polluted waterway?
Oh, wow.
But the toxic Avenger stopped short of his goal of 1.8 miles, hopping out after just half a mile. Because low tide and an approaching storm forced him to brush against the gooey, putrid bottom of the canal. Oh, my God. I'll swim the whole thing, but today's not the safest day to do it. It's getting late in the day. The best thing to do is shut down for the day. Afterwards, he described the way it tasted, like mud, poop, ground up grass, detergent, and gasoline. He got a little in his mouth, and that's what he was dealing with.
No, I'll be honest with you. He just couldn't swim 2 miles in a fucking dry suit. It's very difficult.
You think that's what it came down to?
Yeah. Have you ever tried to swim 2 miles?
Yep.
It's next.
2 miles.
Where? I swam in the Atlantic.
2 miles in the Atlantic.
Yep.
You fucking moron.
I ain't got no more.
One guy is on the line. Cops are totally out to beat up on people. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't. I think the majority of the cops do the right thing.
I agree.
Are there bad cops? Yes. There's bad everybody's. No matter what profession, you got some bad ones. Let's go to Hunter. Hunter, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to comment on what the last guy was talking about. My dad's been a cop since the early 70s. And when he talks about guys like that who just take it a little too far, they're doing it because they want to. They know they're about to kick somebody's ass. They know that they're disenfranchised. They don't have enough money to pay for a lawyer and sue them. That guy's not going to jump around in a car and beat his own ass and, I'm going to get a lawyer and sue this police department. No fucking way.
Is it possible he was back there just jumping around because he was fucking pissed off they arrested him, possibly for nothing, and then maybe the van is taking a turn as he's jumping around and acting out, and then cause his own injury? I'm just saying, I don't know. I was not there.
I mean, there's a lot of things we don't know.
Right.
Right, and I could see that, and I just don't see how he's just gonna like you said destroy his spine, to the point where I just don't get that.
A lot of videos coming out, though, man. Fuck.
Let me tell you something. You never know what you're going to do under duress. When I was in 10th grade, I got punched by this guy, Jeff Underdog, I think was his last name.
Jeff Underdog.
Yeah, he's a fucking jerk. I didn't know how big he was. I flicked him off. He's in a convertible IROC, and he was fucking huge.
Right.
Ripped me out of my car, punched me, punched my buddy Sal, and then my buddy Alan took off in my car, and they left us there. And like, I've never actually admitted this, but like, so like, me and Sal were all fucking freaked out, and then Jeff took off with the guy in his car. And I didn't feel like my shiner was worthy enough to warrant a good story. So I kind of punched myself in the eye a couple times so that when I showed up at the party and they heard the story, they saw the shiner to be like, what the fuck happened? Right. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that this guy's as crazy as I am, but I was definitely pretty fucked up.
You were bummed that the shiner just wasn't good enough.
No, dude, when I fell off the waterfall, I got to be honest with you, I was very happy to know I didn't break my back, but I was very upset when the guy goes, you're really lucky. And then I had no way to explain to anyone why I was hurt. They're like, what happened? Like, you fell. And I'm like, did you break your back? No. Right. Did you break your ribs? No. What is it? It just hurts.
Yeah.
And like,
bruising.
Yeah.
You were thinking about the girls at the party too. You know, giving you a little sympathy over the shiner.
Michelle Tamayo.
You got some action over the shiner
with Michelle and Marlene.
All right.
Twins.
All right, Hunter. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Go shoot something, Hunter.
Don't nod at me.
Oh boy. Let's say hi to Ryan in New Mexico. Ryan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I have a question for you. Hey, if you have a bad day, or if there's someone bad in your profession, does somebody die? Paul, I drive a truck. If I have a bad day, or like I'm a bad truck driver, does somebody die?
Yeah, sometimes.
If I have a bad day, someone dies, it's me. That's the bad day. I'm vomiting.
I think you're pushing the concept for real. You're a truck driver. Just answer this question. But answer this. No, it's not. Answer this question. Do you know of bad truck drivers?
Yeah, but they're not murdering people. They're not beating people to death.
But that's not their job to chase people all day long either. Your profession is very different than being a cop. You're not getting into these situations and these stressful... Go ahead.
Hey, you say that not all cops are bad, right? Watch a San Bernardino sheriff video. There's 10 cops. Tell me which one's the good one out of that 10.
Well,
have you seen that video?
Okay, fine.
You make horse guy.
That's a good
10 guys.
All right, that's a good point. But I'll throw this back at you. I've been in New York now for, God knows, 17 years. I know a shitload of cops. They're not killing people. They're not beating them up. They're not on the news because of a video surfaced of something they were doing while they were a cop.
I really want to believe that, but it just seems like 80% of cops are just legalized stuff.